Everybody, today is Friday, August the 13th, 2021. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Here's an update on the home. Not a whole lot has changed since the last video. The last video is when I had first got power hooked up. Lots of stuff going on. I'm working 5 days a week now. Returned back to a full schedule at work, so it's taking away some of the time that I would otherwise have to work on the place. So things have been going a little bit slower, but we're still making progress. It's getting closer. My dad came over today with his bobcat and got all the dirt moved out from in front and behind the home. Dirt was from the diggings for the perimeter footings as well as the foundation footings. There's a lot of dirt. And there's something else that happened last week that I guess I should go ahead and mention. What's that over there running? Yeah, guys, we got air conditioning. So the HVAC system is up and running. It's a heat pump system. Matter of fact, I was going to walk around there and show it to you because I know some of y'all are just interested in heating and air. It's a 3-ton Temp-Star unit. Made by ICP, International Comfort Products. I think it's a spin-off of Carrier. They also, I think, make Grand Air. I tell you guys, it's hot out today. My weather station out back registered 95 degrees for a high today. Hottest it's been this year. So, let's go ahead and head on inside. I'll come back outside and talk about some of the stuff I've done under the home, getting it ready for the brick underpinning and stuff. What's nice is I can come in here and it's nice and cool. I do have the thermostat set on 80 degrees right now, so it's not super cool in here, but it's definitely a lot more pleasant than it was before I had air. I'd come home from work during the evenings, come in here, and it'd be like 98 degrees in here. But now, it's nice and cool in here. You can hear the system running. Lots of air coming out of the vents, nice and cold. I tell you what, guys, I like these overhead registers. It's going to be so nice not having to worry about covering up a register with a piece of furniture or hitting it, let's say, with the office chair or what have you, because they're all up in the ceiling. But so you can see this room here, I have not yet gotten the vertical blinds installed. I'll talk about that in a moment. You see I got vertical blinds up on these 2 doors to keep the sunlight out and to keep a lot of the heat out, because that evening sun, that really heats it up in here. Or at least it did before we put these blinds up. So, get you some light. So I did vacuum the place since the last video, and let me go and show you some other things as well. So these lights here work fine. That's an old dimmer switch. I might still replace that later on, but those work just fine now. Right over the fireplace. Also, I got the floodlight working. Yeah, I did get the floodlight work on the front. It was just burned out bulbs. I got this little light here working too. It was a bad light switch. You may have recalled the light was flickering. It was arcing inside the switch. Now, let's go and talk about this. And this is the reason why I don't have the blinds up here yet. And I've talked about it before in prior videos, but this is what we're dealing with here. The rim joist on the back of the home from the side of this door up through, I'd say, about the edge of the other door, maybe a little under the other door. That 2x6 rim joist is gone. I mean, it's rotted. And right here is what's left of the OSB subfloor. right here, and it's just a small little soft spot. And had a buddy come out last week and look it over, give me some ideas on what to do. So yeah, obviously that 2x6 is going to be replaced, and probably a couple of these joists, the floor joists on the edges, might have to be jack-legged and attached to the new 2x6 rim joist. So that's got to be taken care of because this back door is struggling. I think I've shown it in a previous update, and it's really, I'm telling you guys, it's amazing that this place the back of the home here didn't sustain like serious damage from the move, because I mean, this thing going down the highway, obviously the door, I think this back door had a lot to do with why things held intact. I mean, the door was jammed shut when they got it here. So probably going to have to either farm this out to someone else who's more qualified in this kind of work, or at least have them help me with this, because this is I mean, when you're dealing with structural stuff, it's pretty significant. I gotta get that fixed before I can have a brick underpinned. And I'm doing a few final things on the plumbing and the mechanical before I call in my plumbing and mechanical inspections. Pray to God they'll pass. I don't like inspections, guys. I already had a heck of a time with the foundation inspection a while back because, well, yeah, they failed it. And the reason why they failed it is because the inspector apparently didn't understand what the North Carolina code says about alternative bracing systems or anchoring systems for the home, and what kinds of wood material can be used for your leveling shims under the home. Yeah, had to appeal it, and they come back out and passed it. But I just don't like inspections. I just want to get them over with. So I got to get those 2 inspections done. Got to get the back part repaired, and then it'll be brick underpinning. Once the brick underpinning is done, it'll then be decks, entrances. And once that's done, I should be able to move into this place. And now, it may not seem like a lot, but I'll be honest with you, it is quite a bit. Because now, the enclosed front porch off the single wide sitting on the other side of that bush thing, that's going to get reused as my side porch on this place. And there's also a front porch that came with the home. We'll be reusing that on the front, in the same spot it was. But out back, got to do pretty much all new construction. I do plan to use a section, well, more or less the former side porch off this home. I think I'm putting it right here to act as a catwalk and open up to a larger deck between the middle and the other door. But that part is going to be constructed from scratch. The good thing is lumber is coming down, but also I've got a lot of lumber from the old back porch that used to be on this home when it was in its former location. Yeah, like I say, it seemed like it's not a lot, but it is quite a bit. That's something else, especially the back deck. Having that done, that's something I'm gonna probably have to have farmed out to someone else. Hopefully, it's not gonna run me broke. But let's go and walk outside and show you some stuff I've done. And I haven't really focused too much on what's been done under the home, so I figured in this update I'll do so. So this bathtub in this bathroom here, totally redone the plumbing to it. The original plumbing was leaking, so totally replaced it. It's got all new plumbing up to the tub itself, and it's also got an overflow on the back of it now. It didn't have an overflow previously. Most of these manufactured homes, they didn't install the overflows on the tubs, despite the fact this tub had a spot for one. Yeah. But got this totally redone. That's one thing. There's a couple little more things I got to do with the plumbing before I call on my inspection. I got to redo a little bit what's under here, because by code you cannot just glue one type of pipe to another. It has to be like a mechanical coupling. So I got to redo this one with a no hub. Yeah, my cousin helped me with the plumbing, but there's a couple of little things that I don't think he had quite. A couple little things I think he might have overlooked as far as what the code requires. You can see I've already done it right there. Now, actually what I did there is I took a mechanical coupling and fastened it around the existing connection, so hopefully that'll be alright. I did that on all three up to 3-inch connections on the bottom of this home. Also, redone the plumbing under this tub because the P-trap was way too low. So I completely redone that, and just I'll have to go back inside and show you everything else. But you can also see I've got the got my dryer vent run. I did that this week, so that's ready to go. Everything's just sticking out right now because obviously the brick ain't here. I also got the heating and air, the AC drain, condensate drain, as well as the auxiliary drain for the unit, as well as my hot water heater drain pan. The drain for that is now run. Just reconnected the pipes that were there previously on the home. Now the 3/4 inch line going from the HVAC, the one you see dripping, that was actually all new, I do think. Yeah, it's nice to come home from work and see all this dirt moved out. And my dad got his Bobcat over here and got that taken care of. Also got to install a water shutoff valve right here. I do have one under the house, but there needs to be one right next to the edge of the house. That way, if I need to quickly access the water line and shut it off, I can. But the thing is, you know, my deck's gonna be right here, so I'd have to crawl under the deck, or I'd have to have like an access built into the deck. Something I have to figure out. So I just have to mount the water shut off like right here. It's something the brick mason brought up. Yeah, I had a brick mason come out to give me an estimate on the brick underpinning, and I think his estimate was pretty reasonable. So here's what we're dealing with right here as far as the rim joist. You can see it's just, there ain't much of it left. It's bad. It's bad. Now this right here is the OSB that's in front of the rim joist. This will be behind the siding, between the siding and the rim joist itself. So that's got to come out. And you can see, like right here, it's fine, but right here, it's the OSB is kind of rotted, but the rim joist is fine there, but it's kind of rotten right there. See, it's kind of what we're having to deal with. And what caused this was the previous deck. The previous deck was built right up to the edge of the house. Matter of fact, it was attached to the home. Structurally, you can see the holes here where it was lag bolted into the side of the house, and over time water got its way in. See, what happened is the code requires there to be flashing between the deck and the house when you have it attached to the house like that. You see, they didn't put flashing there, and over time water got in and rotted out the rim joist. It's the worst back here. So definitely gotta get that fixed soon. You can see they shot great stuff foam. They shot a whole bunch of great stuff foam in there. yeah, like that's gonna solve everything, you know. And to be honest, guys, I think what may have happened is the previous owner of the house, not the people who sold us the house, but the people who owned it last year, or maybe the ones before. I don't know, to be honest with you. Someone spotted the issue, and then they shot great stuff up under here to try to band-aid the problem, but the damage was done. So there you have it. So I mean, overall, it's, I mean, for what I ended up getting, it's stuff that can be fixed. It's still a whole lot better than a fixer-upper, like, for example, what I come across last year. See, this here, most of the time when you find manufactured homes for sale like that, where they want you to move off the property, they're usually, a lot of times, they're either foreclosures or they're in terrible shape. Usually they have a lot of stuff wrong with them and have to well, he's flying close. Anyways, totally forgot what I was saying. But oh yeah, I should mention other things I've done under the home. I've replaced the bottom board material in spots where it was falling off, and spot right there I gotta deal with. But this side of the home, the bottom board was in pretty bad shape. The bottom belly, the wrapping you have under the home, was in pretty bad shape because, well, I think there have been some water leaks here in the past. I think at some point in the past the water heater might have leaked. The water heater that's in there right now, the one that they installed back in 08, has the drain pan under it and plumbing from it that was also dated 2008. So apparently in the past a water heater must have leaked and caused a little bit of damage. And also in spots like around the back, you know, they cut all that material out to access the floor from below to install the current bathtub that's in the master bathroom. And also over here, so matter of fact, the insulation and the bottom belly were just gone right here. So I put up new insulation right here and replaced the bottom belly material right there. So then also I've been running Ethernet cabling. You see all the cable runs right there. This is going to be the future computer room or tech room or office. It's where the future computer channel videos will be shot. That's where I'm going to have my main system as well as my router, modem, and switch. So basically almost every cable, or every spot in the house where a TV cable line come up through the floor, I've replaced it with an Ethernet cable. Because I don't subscribe to cable TV. But I figured what the heck, would go ahead and just replace all those former coax cables with Ethernet cables, including one right here. Best to do it now when there's easy access under the home. So I did mention about brick underpinning earlier, so did have Brick Mason come out, give me an estimate on the brick underpinning. I think it was pretty reasonable considering how much there's going to be here. So the home itself is going to be brick underpinned with like red masonry brick. Also going to have the porch bricked in. The front porch was not bricked in previously, and I plan to eventually enclose this section. So best to go ahead and have it bricked in. That way there's some good foundation there. Because you know me, I want to have an enclosed porch on the front eventually. But yeah, guys, the home, it's coming along. A little bit at a time, guys. A little bit at a time. I'll be honest with you. You guys just have no idea how badly I want to get this done. Because I'll be honest, guys, it feels like my life's been put on hold. You know, after living on your own for 5 years, living back in with your parents, it's just awkward. Moving back in with your parents at the age of 30. So yeah, awkward to say the least. But yeah, guys, it's coming along a little bit at a time. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.